What's up, guys? It's Jules. It's time for another FlossTube interlude. It is December 10th, and I am doing this video a little bit later on Monday night because I just did not have the time earlier today to get done. Got a lot of questions to answer. Woo! Let's see here. Oh, a couple things. First, one is that if you check out the blog, you may notice right now that things are going to start looking a little bit different. I have a friend of mine who is who does website stuff, and I finally asked her if she would help out and maybe take a look at my site, and make it look better, because I know it's just like really bare bones, not much going on except for the stuff I put on there. But anyway, so she's going to be playing around with it a little bit. And I'm really excited to see what she can do because she's got some style. All right. Also, just FYI, you know what? I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. Okay. Karen Bufflin is working on her first full coverage cross stitch. That is awesome. Pattern is Space for Reflection from Artisy. Artisy is fantastic. Almost done with page 1. When you're also working on 2 quilts. That is awesome. Good luck and keep working hard on that full coverage cross stitch. When you get your first one done and you can see it, it's just what an accomplishment. It's so awesome. Carolyn Zook says, "How about instead of getting a map and putting pins where where you guys all live, why don't you stitch a world map and put pins in that?" Well, I am. Wonders of the world. But, you know, by the time we get it all done, honestly, we'll probably all be dead by the time I get that done. And that won't work. But anyway, oh, she says that you can take scissors on the plane, they just can't be over a certain length. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's cool. I just don't like to chance it, you know, if I get on the plane and I don't have one I need, I won't be able to stitch, and then I get all cranky. Alrighty. Did I ever do the washing video, Jane Murray? I recorded it. I don't know if I saved the bits. I'm sure somebody's going to do something to one of my cross-stitch projects at some point coming up, in which case I'll film that. But I have to go back and look and see if I actually kept those. But hopefully I did, and if I did, I can go ahead and put that on there. Aunt Jude loves the dogs. I'm glad you love the dogs. The dogs love you back, because they love everybody. Oh, that's cool. Judy also says your favorite is Rainy Waterloo Place. That's awesome. Love it. Let's see here. Emma Swartz. Have I looked at Shiny Sun's cross-stitch charts? Nice. Edinburgh. Pronounced with silent G. Did I say Edinburgh? I didn't say Edinburgh, did I? Edinburgh. Shiny Sun's cross-stitch charts. Let's make a list. Where's my... Here, no. I had a piece of paper that I used last week with all the things that I needed to put on there. Uh-oh. Pen. No, okay. Here. Whoa! Again. Sorry. Did I hit anybody? Sorry. Alright, Shiny Sun. Alright, we'll look at that. I gotta make notes, because I'm never gonna remember stuff. Fargo, jail dude. Oh, nice. Another recommendation from Judy. It's a place called Orenco Originals. They're in Oregon, so I imagine that Orenco's take on that. Let me look these places up, man. You guys could be pointing me out to my next acquisition. Because gosh knows we're never done. Nice. Isabel's Moments with Crafts. You can work on a Haid on any type of fabric. You're stitching your Haid on a 14 count Ada. That is awesome. I love it. There are a lot of people out there, and I'm going to talk about this now and skip through them when I get there, but there were a lot of people that reached out to me and said, hey, that bee portrait that I got from Haid is now with a like just the bee pattern, like that doesn't have the background on it, and that is very cool, and maybe I would do that if I found the right fabric for it, but I don't know. I don't know. I like my big challenges. The ones that will take forever to finish. I like my big challenges. So Laura Tyler is telling me about how much I will like the loop method, which I have started, and that it will lighten up the bulk on the back side of the fabric. Especially for some of these bigger projects, I totally understand that. Oh, you're going to pull out your Haid. Perfect. You have at least 4 Haids? Good for you. That's awesome. I don't know why I've just never been that attracted to Haid stuff, but now I'm starting to see stuff that I want to do. It's just, you know how it, guys. You know how it is. Diane M. is telling us that TSA requires that scissors are less than 4 inches from the pivot point. Nice. Okay, from now on, we're taking scissors on the plane. Everything Zofia. You're 16 and you recently got addicted to cross stitch. Good for you. That is awesome. Working on a relatively small Disney pattern off Etsy, and just a few days ago bought your first Haid. That is awesome. Fantastic. I so wish that I had gotten into cross stitching when I was your age, because boy, I'd have so much more done, wouldn't I? Of course, if I did that, I might never have finished school and done other things. But Laura Green, your husband thinks it's funny when you talk to me on your iPad. That's funny that you talk to me. I talk to you guys. I mean, figured, that would be cool. Everybody's talking about the birds. Birds are still doing pretty good. Still working on getting them used to me so that I can maybe reach in and grab one of them, but... What's up, Cole? I'm wondering if it's more difficult to stitch a piece that has many different tones of a color rather than a colorful piece. Yeah. It is, and I specifically point to the Reaper project for that. It's all just different dark colors and shades of black and dark gray and everything, and on one hand, it's kind of like, well, is anybody going to notice if I get a stitch wrong? But it's also hard in the sense of just trying to figure out if I, like where I'm at when I'm looking at it. And so I would say that if it's a smaller count fabric, so if it's like 18 or 25 count or things like that, I think it would be really hard. The colorful ones are usually easier to spot, like where you are, especially if the colors are very different from each other. Like the Dachshund piece. The Dachshund piece is so varied in color from like one little area to the next that it's really easy to know where I'm at. I've been working on that one a bit more as of late. Eileen, you have a lot of stuff about birds. Wow. Parrots, a cockatoo, a 38-year-old cockatoo. Name is Edgar. Wow. He doesn't talk. He just hasn't thought of anything to say yet. Has he watched my videos? Maybe he has something to comment upon, or, have him watch some hockey. Have him watch some Blues hockey and see if he gets all disappointed like I have been in the team. What a bad year. What a bad season. Laura Green wants me to work on one project for a week and see how far I get. Oh, man. I can't do just one. You know how, short my videos would be? They'd be like 2 minutes long. Like, well, here's what I got done this week, and thanks for coming. Highlighter pencils. You guys keep talking about this thing called a highlighter pencil. Highlighter pencil. Okay, I'm going to have to write that down. And so I'm actually writing with a highlighter right now. And I spelled highlighter wrong. I spelled H-Y. Ugh. I'm trying to get sick, which is why I'm still doing the video tonight, because every time I get like a upper respiratory type thing, I lose my voice. It's like straight off. So hopefully the update will go on as planned this week. Hopefully it will. We'll see. But if I lose my voice, I'll post something someplace, and hopefully you guys will see it. But we'll see. So Amanda Williams, are the pictures in the room where I answer questions, are they cross stitches that I have done? No, these are, like, these are just old pictures of Denver. So that's like 16th Street Mall in downtown Denver. I have a lot of, when I was younger, you guys ever like have somebody that like came by that was selling like old black and white, or just older pictures, you know, probably cheaply framed, and they were like, hey, they're 20 bucks a piece. And that's actually a pretty good deal. And I bought like 5 or 6 of them, and they're all of like downtown Denver, the way it looked like 100 years ago kind of thing. And I love them, and they're great because you definitely can look at it and see like the massive difference that's there now. So I've had those for 15 years, and I love them. Love them. Laura. Oh, I'm gonna have trouble saying your last name. Gizenaz? Laura Gizenaz? In answer to your question, I'm going to write you back because I think you should do it. I'm going to write you back, though. Here, let me make a note so I write you back. All right. Monique. What? Well, that's sad. So you love parakeets so much, you've had 2 for 7 years, but yesterday one died all of a sudden. I'm so sorry. That stinks. The worst part is his mate is going through a very hard time. I can imagine that. And I don't know if you can actually, like, if you have a pair that have gotten along for, like, you know, that long, then have one pass away, you can't just bring another one in. That's tough. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope your other parakeet, I don't know, can cope. I don't know. You guys are so nice. Such nice comments. Is the picture... Okay, yeah, so people are starting to ask now if the things behind me are cross stitches. I don't have any cross stitches hanging in this room, so these are all just photos. Janet Faith. She's blaming me for the 3 patterns from Cross Stitch Collectibles and a Haid that she bought. I will take that blame. I will take that enabler blame. Lori Young, do I use an Easy Reader app or do I stitch from the hard copy patterns? I always stitch from the hard copy. I've never used the Easy Reader app. It'd be really cool. Zara, having to do the math when you're trying to figure out, somebody asks you how old you are and you're like, I gotta do the math. Hold on. I need a pencil. Hold on. Wow. You guys keep giving me great ideas for the marking the fabric. That is so awesome. So awesome. Where am I here? I have somebody from Australia that told me that parakeets are called budgies. I still call them budgies sometimes. I just don't know if out here if people know what a budgie is. So, but I prefer budgie to parakeet. I just think it sounds better. And I think somebody's talking to me in maybe Dutch. I'll have to... No, German. 2 comments, I think, in German. I will have to... I will have to translate that. So no problem. Oh, nice. Okay, Eikanh, E-I-K-A-N-H. Started stitching 7 months ago. That is awesome. You're scared to start your large full coverage project, but you're encouraged by my craziness. Oh, and you're Danish. Hi. The cross-stitcher community here is close to nothing. Time for you to start one. You know what you do is you just go to, I don't know, whatever you guys do there as far as like if it's a coffee shop or any place else, and take your stitching with you. And you start stitching and see if people come up and be like, what are you doing? If it's not popular around there, you know, maybe that's one way to get people to sort of, you know, open their eyes up and see, you know, how much fun it is. But that's cool. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Okay. Oh, by the way, I did get the world map. I just haven't put it up anywhere yet. I did get that, and we're going to be doing that at some point coming up here. Karen Sheridan, might check out Jessie Marie Does Stuff. I didn't list Jessie Marie. When I first started watching FlossTube, I did watch some of her stuff. I don't watch as much as I used to, but it's yeah, no, she's been around for forever. She's one of the originals, in my opinion, for FlossTube, at least as far as I know. Maggie or Maggie S. Hold on. Oh, that's cool. You're in Virginia Beach. Cool, I've been to Virginia Beach. I went through there many years ago. It was my first experience with the Atlantic Ocean back in the day. And it was, I think it was later, it was like a storm was coming in, and it was later in the day, and it was scary, because I'm not a big ocean fan. I mean, I like to look at it, and it's just powerful, and I'm just like, oh, it's scary. But it was really dark, and oh, it was really cool. And I was like the only one there, so it was a little scary. Blue horse, yellow cow. Hey, Linda. Aw. Thank you for the kind comments. I really appreciate that. I really do. And the dogs. You guys love the dogs. I love the dogs until I catch them doing things that they shouldn't. Hey, Topher, you want to come here? Topher, come here. Come here. Topher, come here. Topher, come here. Oh, here's Fargo. Here, you guys can look at Fargo this time. Here, Fargo. You want to help me? You want to help me? Want to help me? Okay, let's look here. Debbie says, dying to see the bee stitch. When will I start it? I gotta get the fabric first. I gotta get the fabric first, so that'll be my next trip to the fabric store. That'll be my next trip to the store at some point. Oh yeah, I still gotta get those readers you guys keep telling me about, and so I was looking at a couple places, and I put them on, and I'm like, I don't know if these really work really well. Come here. Let them see all of you. This is little tail wagging. There's little tail wagging. It's not wagging. Why isn't it wagging? Why is it not wagging? Because you don't like to be picked up like that? All right, so you guys see Fargo. Come here, Topher. Come here. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Zuzu, you don't need to be on the film. You're already... Oh, I'll get everything up. Here's Topher. Oh... Here's Toph. He's a Beagle Pug mix. Right? Right? Yeah, you want to be down. It's okay. Oh, you're a big boy. Alright. Alright, there's your dog fix for now. That's not even everybody. Zuzu wanted to be on film, but she would just knock everything down. Okay. Okay, so Mibello. So we got strong readers, placed a high intensity light behind my shoulder. Okay. Yeah, you know, I mean, there's a lot of alternatives to using, like, the big, heavy magnifiers. I mean, definitely readers could work. You guys have talked to me about having, like, a stand with a magnifier and a light, like, that I could put right next to my stitching. And at some point, I'm going to make a decision and figure out what to do. But for now, I'm in a weird phase right now with the stitching, as far as I'm just... there's so much going on right now. Just trying to get enough time to stitch, you know, and relax. Relax is good. Relaxing. Oh yeah, and the Mibello, she's really passionate about the idea that if you get, okay, I'm see if I can find it here, but if you are going to get a pattern and there's a choice between getting a hard copy from the actual vendor or the seller or whatever versus getting a PDF file, that you should always get just the original, because it costs so much to print all of it off. And yeah, I think if you're talking about some of my bigger projects that are like, you know, 250 pages, yeah, it does cost a lot. But here's the issue. So I was working on my project the other day, and I left out one of my pages. And I don't have it handy, but the dogs took it on the floor, and it got bent and crushed and a little stained. And I can basically go back and I can reprint out that particular page if it gets damaged. And that's why I like the PDF file. And I have lost pages before, because we know how disorganized I can be, and I have so many projects that sometimes I'm just like, I have no idea where this one page is, and I need to get started. And thankfully, I have some of them now on the computer, so I can just go in and go, yep, that's the page I need, print it out, we're good to go. So everybody has the ways that they like to do it, but I have my reasons, and usually it's from experience. She's also checking out the Wonders of the World. Okay, so the Wonders, yeah, if you're looking at the kit for Wonders of the World, that's really expensive, because Gecko Rouge will actually order, they'll give you your fabric, or they won't give it to you. I mean, you're paying for it. So you're paying for your fabric, you're going to pay for shipping for all that. They're going to get the DMC thread shipped over directly from DMC in France, and they're going to get everything for you. And I don't like that anymore. I like to do everything myself. Controlling when it comes to that. So yeah, I didn't even look to see how much that cost. I'm sure that costs hundreds of dollars, hundreds and hundreds, maybe even $1,000 for the whole thing. That's the beauty of it too, that you can just get what little you need to get started. I mean, yeah, the fabric's going to cost, and the pattern's going to cost, and then you don't have to get all the floss at once. You can just look through and see what certain colors that you need and buy those, and that'll do you for quite a while probably. Alright, so now that we're far enough into the video, here's what I wanted to say. There were a lot of folks, or like I said, there were over 250 you guys that wanted the Ronnie Rowe. And I was kind of overwhelmed at the response. I did not think that we'd get even half that much, to be perfectly honest with you. So here's the deal. I know that I probably made a mistake. And I had a couple of you guys point that out to me. It's my first time doing a giveaway, and I just want to make sure that if you watch my videos, that you know that when you need to enter the giveaway. And what ended up happening probably was that there were just random people that saw that title, never watched one of my videos, came over and, you know, wanted it. And that's not necessarily fair to those of you who are my most loyal subscribers and followers, and you guys have been watching me for a long time, and you watch everything that I do, which I do so much appreciate. And so what we're going to do in the future is we're going to do more giveaways, but we're going to sneak them in, okay? I'm not going to talk about them in the title. I'm not going to talk about them at the beginning. I'm just going to and you never know. I could talk about it in one of the FlossTube interludes. I could talk about it in a Stitch With Me. I probably won't do it in the weekly update. We're just going to otherwise throw it in here and there. And we'll have some kind of a special thing that you guys will have to comment on or something. And I don't know. I think we'll probably do one in January or February. I don't know if I'll do Ronnie Rowe or if I'll pick something else or what. You know, maybe you guys could tell me what you'd like to do. You know, if you want me to grab a Ronnie Rowe and do that, or if I say, listen, why don't you just pick a cross-stitch collectibles piece and I'll have them send it to you, or I don't know what. We'll figure it out as we go forward, but if you guys have any suggestions, just let me know. But a lot of you guys really wanted it, and I'm sorry, I only had just one. Good. Lena Otson from Germany. Hello. Blah, 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 blah. Judy says, world map, love world map, do a vertical. What do you mean by that, Judy? I don't understand. Oh yeah, I don't have charity for all on the board upstairs where I do my videos, and that's because the pattern, it's like a booklet, and so the booklet has like the picture on front and then everything. I could probably get it up there though. I could probably separate it out. I get so nervous about losing bits of it because I've already lost it that one time. Alright, now I gotta get through all the crazy people talking about Ronnie Rowe. because Ronnie Rowe is awesome. Hey, Jennifer Denning, thank you for watching. You don't need to comment. Comment when you feel like you have something to contribute, or you just want to say something, but you don't need to comment. Nobody needs to. Just if you want to, go for it. Nice. You're very welcome, and I am very happy that you enjoy cross-stitching and that you're enjoying the videos. Thank you so much. So many people. Rebecca asked, do I grid as I go? I grid per page usually, unless a page won't fit on a cross stitch. So like right here, like if I'm doing, this is Rainy Waterloo Place. So like, oh, you know what? It's easier for me to show it on Apothecary Shop, and I've got junk up there. So with my gridding, so I use a lot of smaller hoops, and I've talked about that before. I do that because it's easier on my hands, it's easier on holding everything, and so a lot of times I'll only grid what will fit into this. I'll grid it before I put it in the hoop, but I won't put very much out because I have a tendency to jump ahead, as you guys well know, and so I'll a lot of times just grid like within the hoop, and then when I'm ready to move it, I'll finish gridding the page so I know how much of the page. But like for this, I think I have like this row, and I think there's one more row, and then down here I think it comes down, maybe there's another 2 rows down here. So, but conversely, with something like the Dachshund, which I haven't shown you guys are going to get an early preview of Dachshund progress for this week. This is the entire page for Dachshund, which fits in this particular hoop, which is slightly bigger, but this whole page fits in this hoop. So I went ahead and gridded the entire page. It just really depends on the project and how much I feel like I need to fit in or can fit in. And a lot of times it's just by whim, which is just, I don't know, just how I feel about it. I have so many different projects that I don't do anything, I don't do any 2 projects the same way. Do 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 do. You guys noticed in my Stitch With Me video that I covered up the birds this time. I didn't want to have to compete with them for being heard. So nice. Oh, nice. Wow, Isabel's Moments with Crafts. You started your big toe design. It's the cat that leaves paw prints. You've been working on it for 2 days and you're halfway done with it? That's incredible progress. That's incredible progress. I love it. Everybody stitches at their own pace. If you stitch slow, stitch slow. No big deal. Donna Bland's been watching me for a year. Thank you, Donna. And I'm glad that you really like Ronnie Rowe, too. He's awesome. Holy cow. I have my... hey, Lillian. I will get back to you in Portuguese. I'll have to translate. I get so many people leaving me comments in foreign languages, and I love it because I just enter it into Google Translator and then write them back. It's so awesome. Jessie wants to be me. She wants to be Stitching Jules when you grow up. I haven't even grown up yet. Uh-oh. No, you're 7-month-old. Okay, so Leah DeWitt has a 7-month-old rat terrier puppy. Those are adorable. My grandparents had a rat terrier when I was a kid. Who thinks it's funny to jump up on your chair and snatch thread to demolish? Oh, man. See, the thing is that when my dogs get my stuff, they don't do it when I'm around. So I find it with like covered with saliva and stuff. So it's my own fault. I don't put everything up all the time. So oh. Yeah, I still haven't gotten the gecko set up, guys, and the reason for that is I still haven't gotten the parts for it. I don't know what's taking so long. I think, though, that when I'm ordering replacement parts from the reptile, the Serpentorium, or whatever it is, that I bet you they order from the people who make it and get it sent to them. And and then they got to send it to me. So it's been a week. I emailed them today to say, hey, what's going on? What's the progress? Poor little Carter is still in his little place, but he's doing fine. He's eating. He's otherwise doing okay. He's coming out more than he used to. So that's, you know, so that would be cool. Man, you guys are awesome. C. Pollock, where do I purchase my fabric? I purchase it from a stitching shop, and it's, I'll put the link down below, but it's a local needlework shop here in Denver, and that's where I get all my fabric from, because I'm not good at preparing my fabric, and I find that the quality of their fabric, especially when I can go and touch it, but the quality of their fabric is really good. And what I found over time is I always thought like Aida was Aida. That's not true. And there are thinner Aidas, cheaper Aidas, and then there's thicker, softer. You know, if you're doing a big project, you know, like this rainy Waterloo place that I've been working on now for what, year and a half, 2 years, and we'll be working on it for at least another year most likely. You know, you want good quality fabric, and you can tell the difference when you look at it. You know, good quality Aida, when it's nice and soft, you know, almost feels like a light shirt or coat, or like a thicker shirt kind of thing. You know, when I got the Aida when I ordered a couple projects from Gecko Rouge originally, and they sent me the Aida that they had, I didn't like it. I don't know if it's, well, I know that it's because I'm used to this thicker Aida, and I don't know if I want to say that it's higher quality, but it just was thicker, and the Gecko Rouge stuff just wasn't. And so that's why I ended up getting, you know, like rekitting it with new Aida. Well, shoot, I mean, did I do a side-by-side with that you know, one day? But like this is good Aida. So like, I'm going to have to do that sometime. I'm going to have to pull out, if I still have it, pull out the Aida they sent me and then show this to you guys here, because this just is thicker quality, better quality, I think better quality material. Some people may be fine on stitching on something else. I'm particular. You know, because I'm working on this stuff all the time. Linda, crazy for yarn, is stitching fiend, like all of us. I love it. And is it Marilyn Monroe? It's like Marilyn, because if that's you look a lot like Marilyn Monroe. Nice. Lynette bought Rainy Waterloo Place. I'm so happy. I'm so happy you bought it. Now see, you have to go through like 250 of you crazies saying, oh, I want the pattern. Oh, okay. So Sharon brings up an important point. Remember that octopus toy that I showed you guys, that one video, where it was like the octopus head and it had like the 8 little feet and it was purple and it was awful cute? Did I tell you guys that lasted like 10 minutes in my house? They had so they had the head and then the body, and then they had the arms. Now the arms, or the tentacles, or whatever you want to call them, like they were bordered with this super really tough canvasy type material, but the head was not. And what did my dog do? My dog went for the head and ripped it right off, and the stuffing was everywhere, and that toy lasted like 10 minutes. So clearly people who design dog toys don't always have dogs. All right. Okay, Wendy's stitching. Cool. When am I going to start my Chicago Bears project? I mean, they're doing really well. I should probably start stitching that project. I didn't even watch the game last night, and when they beat the Rams, I just was like, I got things to do, and I can't be distracted with a football game. And honestly, I didn't think they were going to win. I still haven't gotten I still feel like they're going to lose because it's been so many years. It's just, it's crazy. It's like they're doing so well, and yet I'm not even watching it. Okay. Oh, okay, hold on. I gotta write this down. Catty Sue Cats, aka Cat T. The MGM Old World Map from Tilton Crafts. Alright, let's look at that up. MGM Old World Map. Alright. I'm going to look at that and get back to you. That's awesome. We're definitely going to do some videos with the animals down the road here. Just gotta get some things organized. I got time. I need time. Nice. Oh, to be purple. You are over 600 stitches in on page 3 of Stormtrooper. Oh, hey, glad that you're still on the mend from back surgery. That is awesome. Continue to progress. I'm sure cross-stitching helps in that. Page 3. Is it looking good? I'll bet you it's looking good. You guys are awesome. I need a higher, Jeanette says I need a higher strength of glasses. I do. I do. Moving on, moving on, moving on. Still clicking. Oh, so Mabello. So you went to the website, look for Wonders of the World, and you found European Wonders map. It's on the same site. It may be on, there's a section on Gecko Rouge where they have patterns only, so you can buy just the pattern, and it's on the same site. I'll have to look and make sure that it's still up there, and if I find it, I'll just link you to it. Let me write that down. Gosh knows I'm going to forget. Okay. Another question. Curious as to why most of my projects are black and white and void of any color. They're black and white and dark colors. Why is that? Just curious. Yeah, you know, a lot of mine are darker. You know, the Ronnie Rowe's are all black and white. Rainy Waterloo Place is black. The Reaper is dark. Stormtrooper is obviously like a lot of black and white. And a lot of it is just, I like that look. I like that older look. But, I mean, baseball is very colorful. Apothecary Shop is actually quite colorful. Dachshund's colorful. Old World Map 2, Wonders of the World. So I'm definitely mixing it up more. If you watched a lot of my earlier videos, a lot of my stuff was darker. And I kind of purposely started to do more color just for some variety. But for the most part, what you're seeing is just what I normally find beautiful. And of course, the bee project is going to be very colorful. I'm gonna kind of skip over. I was liking all of the I want the Ronnie Rowe ones, but there's so many of them I need to just skip over. You know, this video is gonna take forever. Jackie Tuttle has given me a lot of really good ideas about what to do with the birds, as far as making some homemade treats and toys and stuff. That's awesome. That is awesome. Nice. Obs bought from the same Etsy seller that I got Stormtrooper pattern from. Oh yeah, there's so many great designers on Etsy. It's really amazing. Nice. I like it when people are like, they're discovering, people are always discovering Ronnie Rowe stuff. I love it. Okay, now we're just gonna jump. Hibernation Stitcher asking me, have I ever done a video to introduce all the critters? I'm definitely going to have to do that for, like, if we do a new YouTube channel. Oh, you're new. How you doing? Thanks for showing up. You're new to coming. Yeah, I don't really have one where I have, because so many of the critters are like newer. And hey Jelly. Yeah, and I'll have to do Love to Stitch 2 wants a more extensive view of my storage organization containers. We'll probably do that at the end of the year. We'll probably do like a year in review and all the things that have changed and what I've done. We're going to have a lot of end of year stuff to get into. Wanda Keeling. Wanda from Dallas. You've only done dimension kits and would be excited and scared to do something different and crazy for you. You can totally do this, okay? What I would say is, what is your favorite thing? Like, what do you love? Is it nature or reading or music or whatever it is that you like? Is there a particular sports team you follow or dog breed you like or just something like that? Now, Google that plus cross-stitch pattern and see if there's something out there that you would like. And especially if you find something on Etsy, a lot of times you can buy patterns for like under $10. And maybe not, but think about how long it's going to, take you. So that might not be too pricey. And then what you need to do from there is, I just realized somebody's chewed on this highlighter. This must be the one that Topher was chewing on the other day. I wonder if it's, well, it's not busted. See, he chewed on the back of it too. Dogs. So you figure out what fabric you need, and then you can buy it from any fabric store. You can call Stitching Shop and tell them what you need. You can ask them how to order something like that. You can ask me how to order something like that. You'll get your floss list. It'll tell you what to do. I have a video on how to do a large cross stitch. You don't have to do a large cross stitch. You can just do a smaller cross stitch, but adventure out there and look at patterns online and see, and maybe you can find a smaller one that you'd be willing to kind of, shoot for. But when I did that, that's what took my stitching from, I kind of like stitching, to, oh my gosh, I love stitching, because it just opened everything up. Like, there isn't anything out there that I think there hasn't been a cross stitch pattern for. Probably not. But, I mean, just look. You don't have to commit to anything just yet, but just look. And we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. You can do it, Wanda. I believe you can do it. You know you can do it. All right. Carol wanted to know, how long did it take me to stitch the Ronnie Rowe? I mean, each Ronnie Rowe that I've had has taken me at least a couple of years of stitching to get it done. And that's because I'm stitching other things. Because Ronnie Rowe is just monochromatic and you're just using 310, the black color, it does get tedious after a while for me. So it's something that I've always done something else when I've done a Ronnie Rowe. And you know what? We've got the capital. I could definitely be working on the capital come 2019. I really kind of want to start it. I have the fabric now. Oh, Restitches bought Stormtrooper. Ah, good job. Good luck doing page 1 and page 2. It's been hard for me. I'd love to hear your progress as far as just how you're getting along with it. But it's been difficult for me to stitch it. It's just hard. It's very pixelated. You're going to find out what I'm talking about. My nose is dribbling like a basketball. Super Peace Rose was correcting me and telling me that Ronnie Rowe is not in Clarksville, Tennessee. You're right. That was somebody else that I was having a hard time finding. But yeah, no, Ronnie Rowe is in Virginia. And I knew that, and I got my people mixed up. Old age. Sherry Lives Stitching. You're going to be moving next week. Actually, you probably are moving right now, and then you're going to order the U.S. Capitol. You go for it, girl. That's awesome. Let's all stitch. Nice. Mocha, the Millennium Stitcher, mentions a couple things, but do you guys really think when I do Old World Map 2 that I'm going all the way across the top row, should I go all the way down on the left side? I mean, I could Totally could. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. You guys are awesome. Angela ordered Market Square Tavern. Nice. That's lovely. She's in the UK, and she says for anyone in the UK, parcel and post was under £4. Nice. I'm gonna have fun stitching that. That's a lot of fun. Glowing Stitches is a new subscriber trying to watch all the videos. Welcome. Welcome to you. I hope you see this. Nice. Judy Stone is still waiting for my baseball ref to take shape. So am I. Well, she's not. She said it was exciting to see him take shape. So it is exciting. I still haven't stitched on it. I think I've gone like 2 weeks now without stitching on it. I need to pull it out. Jerry Haney used to have an umbrella cockatoo. If he heard John Denver, he would jabber sing and bob his head. Just John Denver. That's funny. That's not exactly the kind of singer that I would imagine a bird would rock out to, but hey, you know. Nice. Kimberly Ray Finn. This is what I love, okay? She says she watched her first football game and got into a conversation with some guys over the game, and she had such a blast. That is really, really cool. You know, if you're out and about and you're sitting somewhere and there's other people sitting around you, man, talk to them, you know? Comment on what everybody's watching about. Ask questions, you know? And people love to talk about things they love, you know? Totally. She got a marker to do gridding for Haid and forgot the most part marking the fabric, but I did measure in 3 inches for the border. That's funny. Lori Reeder is asking about my pet names. I have a Fargo and a Carter. Am I a fan of Eureka? The sci-fi show that used to be on Sci-Fi. I'm a big fan of Eureka. Fargo is named after the Fargo character on that show because he's so tiny. Where's Fargo? Hey, Fargo. So he was so small, so that's why I named him Fargo after that character. Carter came with that name, and I don't know where Carter's name originally came from. I like to say that he's Carter Beaufort, the drummer for the Dave Matthews Band. That's where I like to call him. That's why I like to call him Carter Beaufort. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. You guys are so questiony. I love it. I love it that you're so questiony. Nice. Nice. So Hoji Scott was asking about the birds and said, do they have a cuttle bone? I shouldn't need to trim beaks with cuttle bones in there. You know, the thing is that he came with a very long, he has a cuttle bone. I think he's always had a cuttle bone in there, or they have had cuttle bones in their enclosure. But this guy's beak is so long. Perhaps he does not know, perhaps he does not do it, but he's still eating. So I'm conflicted between, you know, he's still eating and he's doing well. Do I really need to stress him out and trim that, because will that really make things a lot better? I'm not an expert. Maybe you guys can help me out with that. Emma Swartz. The budgies. Oh, so I'm trying to remember who it was. The very beginning was saying about how one of their budgies had died and the other one's really depressed about it or upset about it. Emma had 2 budgies and that were together for a long time. One died and the other one lived for a year without a friend. So I think you have to be definitely like playing a radio for them or talking to them a lot, because they do seem to really enjoy that a lot. They definitely are more reactive. Nice. People are asking me about the pizza. It was amazing. You guys are awesome. Laura Cole fell asleep watching a video of mine last night. Had a dream that we had a meeting for some reason, and your dog was there, and the dog jumped up on my chair before I sat down. I was offended by your dog? I'm never offended by the dogs. Trust me on that. Oh, that's too funny. What? I didn't say Coco, what? What was I going to mention? Oh, yeah, fell asleep watching a video. Back in the beginning of my videos and whatnot, I had a lot of people that would say they would fall asleep listening to me. And I'm like, well, that's kind of a compliment. Maybe, I hope. I haven't gotten as many of those questions or those comments lately, so maybe those people just keep falling asleep listening to me. Who knows? Jade Miller is commenting on my Rainy Waterloo Play stitch with me and asked, how do I decide what stitch I'm putting in next? That's actually a really basic but a good question because nobody ever asks it. A lot of times I will just look at a color that I need to add a fair bit of in a section that I'm working on. Like, okay, so specifically about this piece. So if I'm working on this piece, as you can see, I've left different things out. But a lot of this is 1 or 2 colors. So, like, it might be like 645 and, I don't know, whatever the other one is, 3799 or something like that. So I'll take the one color and I'll try and fill in as much as I can. And a lot of times it's just literally, I'll just use a certain amount of floss. And then when I'm done with that floss, I'll be like, all right, time for a change. Let me use something different. And then I'll go back in and fill in the other color. And then I still need to come in and obviously fill in other spots. So it's one of those things where it's just totally by happenstance, however I do it. I don't really have a method to my madness, per se. And we know what it is. Madness. Ashley Newman loves EverQuest. That is funny. Did you hear that, honey? One of my subscribers loves EverQuest.
Nice.
Yeah, right?
Playing it right now.
Yeah, my husband's sitting next to me playing it right now. So, big EverQuest player for years. So, that's funny. Thanks, Ashley. That's awesome. That's nice. Tina S. You're a lurker. You're from Wales. Hello. That's awesome. That's awesome. It's one stitch at a time. That's how we stitch our big projects, right, Zuzu? It's just one stitch at a time. Are you going to come up here and show the world who you are? Are you going to come up and show the world who you are? Come here. Come here. Come here. Climb on up. Climb on up. Here she is, guys. Whoa. Hello. There she is. Miss Zuzu. Miss Zuzu. Thanks. Okay, you're going to have to get off. No, you're going to have to get off. Down. 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 Oh my gosh. Oh, can you imagine? This is how I stitch when they're like, everybody, like they rotate who comes up and tries to sit with me. I'm not, no. I know they love you, but you're just going to have to wait, okay? All right. Anyway, Tina, that's great that you started Hades. I think that's fantastic. I don't think that, I think if you're, you know, it can be scary to try something completely new because you're scared that you're going to mess it up, especially if you're doing something that's a kind of complex or a full coverage, bigger project, and you're just thinking, you know, I don't know if I can do this or not. This is what if I mess this up and I put in a year's worth of work and then I realized that year was for nothing because I had made a big mistake in the beginning. Hey, that happens to me. You know, I think all you can do is take it one stitch at a time, one grid at a time, one page at a time, and just keep working at it. You know, I mean, just that's all you got to do. Pamela Regan, first time commenter. Hi. When I finish a picture, do I stitch near the bottom my initials and date you finish the project? I should, and I have when I give things away. That's when I'll initial things, but I haven't really done that. I could write it on the back of the. I think maybe there's a few of them that I've written on the back of them, but I don't stitch on them, which you think I should, right? But I don't. I think it's because I so rarely finish a piece, I always forget to do it. But you're right, it is a good idea. Oh, nice. Carolyn Boudreau is working on baseball. That is so cool. Okay, now I feel like motivated to keep working on it since you're working on it. Gotta work on it. Gotta working on it, buddy. Nice. Victoria, bro. Currently working on a black and white Disney piece. Inspiration from Ronnie Rowe. Bigger the better, right? That's right. That's awesome. I haven't seen any black and white Disney pieces. Maybe you could link it here, like to the thing. That would be great. Moving up, moving on up. Oh, we're getting in within the last week. Jane of all threads loves the birds and wants me to make sure that I stitch with them. Okay, next time I'll let the birds talk during the whole thing so you guys can listen to them. I think you like that. Sharon says, "Happy Stitch Sember." That is right. You are always so picky. All right. Seriously? Seriously? Alright, you're going to have to get down. Stitch and Button in Florida has geckos all over and tons of frogs. Yeah, we saw that when we were down in Florida. They're all over the place. Never clean your rollers with alcohol. It breaks down the rubber. This is what this dog does. She'll start by like putting... See what happens? Are you okay? She can't just leave well enough alone. She's like, I see your husband hugging you and whatnot. Why can't I do it? Okay, you're getting a little crazy. She can't be helped. She cannot be contained. Oh, and Isabel's Moments with Crafts finished the Cat Leaves Paw prints, and you framed it yourself. That is amazing. That was fast. Good job. Zerlina, Ronnie Rowe and you need to go on a date. I don't know if he's single or not, but, you know, his address is out there. I'm sure you can contact him. Sharon Abbott. Have I ever had any problems with lines between pages? Are we talking about, like, switching from, like, page 1 to page 2, and having issues with just making sure that you don't do the wrong thing? Yeah. I've definitely had to remove stitches because of that. The baseball project was one I made a big mistake on. I'm trying to think of what else. I've definitely made mistakes before, but now I've gotten a lot better at like triple checking myself before I start stitching when I've gone from one page to the next. Karen Kuffler, from what you've learned from watching the vet shows on television, Denver is a big doggy town. Oh my goodness, man. If you have one dog, you have three. Yeah, people around here just love dogs. It's a place where whenever there's like a problem somewhere, you know, like the flooding in Houston, I'm sure with California things, or like if there's a hoarder situation, somebody's like hoarded 150 Chihuahuas or something, the vast majority of them will end up here in Denver around the different rescues, and they're adopted, you know, like crazy. People just go in and just be like, yeah, I can take one more. And so it's pretty amazing around here how much people love animals. I grew up in Georgia, and not to disparage Georgia, but Georgia 30 years ago was a different place. And a lot of places 30 years ago probably treated animals the same way, where like everybody was outside and whatnot. But even now it's like, you know, the ones, you know, it's just different here. It's just different. I'm not saying it's better, it's just different. Terry Lee Crafts. Dude, I'm telling you, Blue Pan Pizza, the Detroit style pizza, was amazing. And usually I love cheese, but having like ricotta instead of mozzarella, oh. We almost went again this weekend. Saturday we were, I really wanted to, I was like, I really need to get out after work and go eat somewhere, but we ended up, we got pizza at a food truck. So that's what I want. Ashley Newman, what hoops do I use? I'm going to link him down below. Yeah, I use 14 count Ada, and so the ones I use hold the Ada really tight. So I'll link you down below and let you see. I also just buy ones from Michaels and Hobby Lobby. And, but I think they're pretty much the same brand as the ones that I'll link below. So check them out, see what you think. Anne, hey Anne. You looked at Artisy, didn't you? Came across the pattern that was stunning but huge. 256 pages worth of huge. Florence Cathedral. Wow, you bought it! That's so awesome! Alright, I'm gonna go check it out. I gotta make myself a note in my green highlighter. Alright. I'll come back and look at that and comment. That's awesome. Hey Sheila, thanks for watching. Thanks for commenting about the bird. Thanks, you have a great week too. Yeah, so doop-a-doop-a-doo, someone, okay, who is this? I got a Hellions Tau. That's an interesting name. Someone on YouTube mentioned 3 elbow links. So from your hand to your elbow, which is a cubit, right? Am I correct about that? It's a cubit measurement. 3 times 3 is the perfect length to pull one thread, fold it in half for the loop method. Interesting. Am I getting interesting? And we still, Amanda wants to know if we're still going to rescue a cat. If a cat needs to be rescued, we shall rescue it. We'll see. Lisa Clark. What was the new marking pencil that I got? I'm trying to link it below. I gotta find it. It's around here somewhere. I'll find it and I'll link it below. You guys are so cute. Jeanette is commenting on the loop method, advising me on. That's funny. Oh, nice. Karen Kuffler found 25 count Lugana pre-gridded on Etsy. It is the Country Cottage in Tulsa. Nice. Well, that would be cool. Nice. Super Peace Rose likes. Yes. Likes my gridding pencil. Did I get rid of my slips Ronnie wrote? I just got rid of them yesterday. I had to use the bag. So I threw all of them away. Sorry, dude. Nice. Oh, so Linda Crazy for Yarn, who has the Marilyn Monroe avatar, her daughter just got her a Marilyn Monroe cross-stitch kit. That is awesome. There are definitely some cool sites where there are some stitching of some cool like older stars, black and white stars, you know, black and white pictures of stars from long ago. Nice. NM Stitching Demon, New Mexico Stitching Demon. Today you had a webinar class at work for the new healthcare policies and whatnot. During one of the first examples, they used the name they used was Zuzu. And the supervisor was like, Zuzu? And then you said, it's the little girl from A Wonderful Life. And you knew that because of what I told you. That's funny. That was my Zuzu. Zuzu's petals. Oh, that's nice. Hey, Rebecca. Thanks for coming to the channel. You're new. You're subscribing. That's awesome. Ah, nice. You got that itch to get back into stitching. That's nice. Well, welcome, Rebecca. Welcome to the channel. That is awesome. That is so cool. Rebecca, how do I grid my fabric? I use a gridding. I've got a couple of different videos on that. Some of the Stitch With Me's will show you some of that. I use a, you know, I'm not even sure if you're going to find this, but I have examples. Write me back again if you haven't found an example on my FlossTube, all of my videos, because I know I've got gridding examples on different things. Karen ordered Rainy Waterloo Place. Say a little prayer for you. What size 14 count did I order? This size. I basically just added 3 inches on the, all the border all the way around. And I did a 14 count, so you can figure, they have calculators for that. You can figure that out. Good luck. That's going to be fun. Teresa, new to cross stitching. Welcome. That's awesome. Got your first pattern. You're huge. Go big. Go home. You're going to learn a lot. Your first pattern is 20 by 15. I'm assuming inches. Probably not feet, right? Inches, maybe. How long does it normally take to complete 1 page of a pattern? Okay, awesome. Gosh, it really depends on the pattern. It depends on how many color changes you got to do. It depends on, a lot of it just depends on how many color changes. A page like Rainy Waterloo Place, like, might take me, what, like 6 weeks, you think, guys? Versus a page of, gosh, I really don't know. Everything's different. Every one of my projects have been different because I jump around so much. I think if that was the only thing that you were doing and you put in an average amount of time, whichever, well, I'm not sure what average would be for most people, I would think you'd be able to do a page in a month, I would hope. You're young. You're young. No, you're early into this, so it might take you a couple months, and then you'll speed up. But, document it. Write down or take a picture. Take a picture every time you finish a page. Put it on Facebook or just keep it on your camera with a date on it. That'd be cool. How do I get the gross? Yeah, how do you get the grid lines off? Absolutely. You just wash it. Wash it. And yes, I know I gotta find those washing videos. Or make some new ones. Alright, we're getting there, guys. Golly, gee willikers. Oh, we're finally getting up to this last video. You guys are questioners. Layla Stone wonders if it might be worth to try 2 over 1/2 stitches for my World Wonders piece. You're right. It would be worth trying it out, and I would have a better chance of finishing the project if I did half stitches instead of full stitches. It's just whether or not the detail would come out as well. Would the detail come out as well? And when it's that large, I mean, I don't think very many people have that kind of experience. Very few. And I'm kind of like one of those that kind of does it I do like whole hog. You know that. You know that. You know I'm crazy. Wendy Stitchin'. Bet the Neil Diamond concert that we were watching was great. It was. It was a lot of fun. We actually had it on behind us. We were kind of listening. Hey, Wendy's, listen, I love the Cleveland Browns. I am all about Baker Mayfield. I mean, I'm telling you, I am all about the quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. I am a very big fan of that guy. And, I mean, my husband can tell you how much I was yelling in the beginning of the season for them to put him in. I've been very eagerly anticipating their revival, and they are coming back. That's for sure. Country Hicks Phelps, you're from Tennessee. Hey, whereabouts in Tennessee are you from? Because I know Tennessee a fair bit. You're getting back into stitching. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. You haven't stitched in about 20 years and you've gotten back into it. You know what? That's awesome. Thanks for coming to the channel, and I hope you continue to enjoy it. That's awesome. I didn't see my normal self on Saturday. I've been trying to get sick. I mean, not like I've been trying, but I came home from work on Friday early because I was just really like getting flushed. I felt terrible. I was super tired, and I've just been really tired lately. I've been overdoing it a bit, but I've been trying to get sick at the same time. So if I've been a little down, if I haven't been quite right, that's why. I need to kind of get my consistent energy level back up. So we'll get there. So I'm okay, Angela. I'm just a little tired. I have a lot to do. What size needle do I... Wanda Keeling asked me, what size needle do I use? And do I always use the same size for all your projects? No. I do not know what size needle I use. I do not know. I use smaller needles for my smaller projects, and I use the bigger needles for my bigger projects. And I don't mean to sound flip with that, because I honestly just don't know. Well, hold on a second. I got some over here. So I use really, really small ones. And right now I've got a couple different brands. I think this is the one that I didn't like. The Cinch. These are side threading needles, but I broke one really, really easily. So I don't think I'm going to be using those any further. And then I got these John James, which are, what size are they? Size 3 through 9. I couldn't tell you which size the different ones are. And these are really tiny. No, okay, so there's a nice variant here. But when I've got to do like a 25 count or a linen or whatnot, I'll use a very tiny needle. So I'm likely to use one of these 3 through 9s that are pretty tiny, like especially these over here, if I can thread them. If I can thread them. But I'll use as big a needles as I can get away with when I'm doing a 14 count. It's just easier to manage. Erica, you got a concussion. You were sitting in your hot tub. Jealous. Jealous. Love hot tubs. Cover fell down and landed on your head. You've had headaches and been dizzy on and off. Dude, you got to take care of yourself, man. That's definitely a concussion, and you can't mess with that. You know, my little bud was supposed to go back to school today, and I assume that he did. I haven't heard an update about it yet, but I need to go look into that. Tammy Neal loves Dean Martin. Dean Martin's pretty cool. We liked watching, did you ever watch those old Christmas specials where he would do a Christmas special, and then towards the end of it, they would talk about how Santa Claus was going to visit this children's hospital in this town and this children's hospital in that town, and they like raised money so that they could go and deliver presents to all the kids in certain children's hospitals or orphanages and things like that. This was back in probably the 50s and 60s. Those were so amazing. So amazing. You like to watch College Game Day? I used to watch College Game Day, but I've really gotten out of it. I just don't watch college football as much. And Mike and Mike, I used to watch Mike and Mike too. And yeah, I don't like, since they've on the new split, I don't like them as much. I watch on YouTube. I'll watch replays of, just if you're sports fans, Good Day Football or Good Morning Football on, I want to say maybe NFL Network. They're really good. I love them. And then I love, I don't know, there's a couple others and I can't remember who they are. What count is Greenwich Village? 14? Pretty sure it's 14 count. Pat, I'm pretty sure that's 14 count. Most of my stuff is 14 count. Oh, we're almost done. Wow. Kathy, your 20-year-old son had a spiral break of his tib fib. 5 months on, he's still not allowed to walk on it. Did you say, excuse me? That was disgusting. You're a lady. That was Zuzu, by the way. That wasn't me. That was Zuzu. Nice. Hey, Janet. You're a vet tech just out of Chicago. You got a puggle. I got a buggle. No, I got a buggle. I got a puggle. That's what he is, right? Right, Zuzu? Yeah. She's back to being super annoying again. You're gonna make me drop my glass, you crazy. Wait, I gotta get back to the... He's been in a mood for around 3.5 months. His orthopedic surgeon said it can take up to 2 years to heal in a healthy person. Wow. I mean, because you think about it, we were talking about the quarterback breaking his leg. The thing about the lower leg is that there's not a lot of blood flow, in a sense. Like, if you think about how, like, you've got a lot of blood, you've got a lot of, your bones on the front part of your leg, right? And you don't have a ton of muscle and a ton of fat, usually, in those areas. And everything's on the back side. So healing requires a lot of blood supply and a lot of nutrients, and it's just such a complicated place to get healed. Yeah, I don't know if the guy's gonna ever play again. Whoa, and I disliked it. Oh, I'm sorry, Janet. I didn't mean to downvote it, but now I fixed it, and now I love it. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Kaz Stitches started YouTube. You started a YouTube channel. Pretty cool. How do I film my Stitch with Me's? I literally have a, I do it very complicated, silly way. I have a long, tall thing that I mount my mounty thing on. I film with my camera. So what I do is I sit and, you know, look at my hair. My hair's all messed up. Can't stand that. So I sit with my project on the table right in front of me, and I have a tall floor lamp that I sit right in front of me. I attach my my phone, like a phone holder, like a flexible phone holder. I'm saying it wrong. And I arrange it so that the phone is facing, well, it's actually, I use the backside camera so that I can see what I'm stitching, because that way if I'm not stitching in the line of sight, I can fix it. And I just film that way, and I use a light to shine directly down on it so you guys can see really well. Yeah, I can't really take a picture of it because I use my phone for it, but just figure kind of, you know, what works for you, and because that may not work for everybody. I'm sure it doesn't work for everybody. Where do I get pre-gridded fabric? Apparently you can get it from a lot of places now. I get it from the stitching shop, but you can actually, hey Michael, you can actually just search for it nowadays. A lot of the, oh man, we said earlier about the pre-gridded fabric. I don't remember what was said about where it was from, but it's out there now. So you can order it from a stitching store. You can go online and just look for it. Just Google it. I'm sure you'll be able to find a lot of places that carry it. Okay. Cosiendo con Anna. Cosiendo con Anna. Is that stitching with Anna? I'm not sure what cosiendo means. I don't know what brand my needles are. I already showed you guys that one, but you named me a lot on your Spanish cross-stitch channel. I'm going to have to go look at that. I'm always trying to like learn more Spanish. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay. Sharon says, pretty sure the loop method can't be used with blended threads unless you are using multiple threads of each color. Yeah. Crazy Stitchers, unite! You know, we were talking about Hugh Jackman's one-man show that he's coming up with. Yeah, guys, that's it. That's like an hour and a half, almost an hour and a half of talking. Missed the first quarter of the football game, but that's okay because I probably wasn't going to watch it anyway. But I do need to have dinner, and I need to start uploading and figuring out how to get this video out tomorrow. So I hope everything works out well for you guys. Be sure to ask more questions anytime you have them, and hopefully we're going to just keep on keeping on with the cross stitch, and we'll have more progress this week, and hopefully I won't lose my voice, and we'll be good. It's still holding up really well. So thanks for watching. If you got to the end of this video, more power to you. All right, take care, guys. I'll talk to you soon in the weekly update.